Welcome back, truth seekers and soul warriors. In our last encounter, we ripped the mask off envy, exposing it for the poisonous, soul-sucking parasite it truly is. We saw how it twists our perceptions, corrupts our joy, and traps us in a prison of our own making. Today, we're not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to dive into the solution. We're going to explore a force so powerful it can shatter the chains of envy, so radical it can revolutionize your entire way of being. If you're ready to break free from the torment of envy, if you're prepared to embrace a power that can change not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you, then lean in. Because in the next few minutes, we're going to explore how radical kindness can be your secret weapon in the battle against envy, your pathway to genuine fulfillment, and your key to unlocking a life of true abundance. When I talk about kindness in this context, I don't mean mere politeness or weak-willed niceness. I'm talking about a radical kindness that springs from a deep understanding of our shared humanity. True kindness isn't about being a doormat. It's about being so secure in your own worth that you can genuinely celebrate others. Kindness is the antidote to envy's poison. Where envy separates, kindness connects. Where envy diminishes, kindness expands. Envy says there's not enough for everyone. Kindness responds, there's more than enough to go around. Kindness isn't just about actions. It's a state of being. It's a perspective that sees the inherent worth in every person, that recognizes our fundamental interconnectedness. Kindness understands that others' success doesn't diminish you. In fact, it uplifts us all. This kindness I'm talking about requires strength. It demands courage, because it's easy to be kind when everything's going our way. The real test comes when we're faced with someone who has what we want, who's achieved what we're striving for. Can we be kind then? Can we genuinely celebrate their success, even as we acknowledge our own disappointment? Let's dive deeper into the murky waters of our psyche. Recognizing envy, particularly when it's masked by our own desires, requires a level of self-awareness that many of us aren't comfortable with. It's easy to say, I'm happy for them, but I want that too. But are we really happy for them, or are we just saying that to appear virtuous? The truth is, envy often disguises itself as aspiration. We tell ourselves we're motivated, driven, ambitious. But there's a crucial difference between healthy ambition and envy-driven desire. Ambition energizes. Envy depletes. That twinge in your gut when a colleague gets promoted, that's not just disappointment, that's envy talking. The surge of resentment when a friend achieves a goal you've been working towards, envy loud and clear. This awareness isn't about self-flagellation, it's about clarity. It's about understanding the true nature of our emotions so we can choose our responses rather than being driven by unconscious impulses. Kindness isn't about denying our own desires or suppressing our ambitions. It's about holding those desires lightly, pursuing our goals without being attached to the outcome. It's about understanding that our worth isn't determined by our achievements or possessions. Kindness liberates us from the prison of comparison. It frees us to appreciate beauty wherever we find it, to celebrate excellence in all its forms. Kindness allows us to be inspired by others' success rather than threatened by it. But make no mistake, this kind of kindness isn't easy. It goes against everything our ego-driven culture has taught us. It requires us to continually choose connection over separation, abundance over scarcity, love over fear. Cultivating kindness means being willing to be vulnerable. It means opening our hearts even when we risk getting hurt. It means offering genuine compliments, heartfelt congratulations, sincere appreciation even when our ego is screaming in protest. Now I can almost hear some of you thinking, kindness? Are you kidding me? Have you seen the world we live in? And I get it, I truly do. For many of us, kindness feels like a luxury we can't afford, a risk we're not willing to take. You've been burned before, haven't you? You've extended kindness only to have it thrown back in your face. You've opened your heart only to have it trampled. You've given trust only to have it betrayed. And now, the very idea of kindness feels naive at best, dangerous at worst. Or maybe your experience has been even darker. Perhaps you've lived in a world where kindness seems like a foreign concept, where cruelty and indifference are the norm, where every interaction feels like a battle, and vulnerability is seen as weakness to be exploited. I hear you. I see you. And I want you to know your hesitation, your fear, your skepticism, they're all valid. They're the natural result of living in a world that often seems hell-bent on crushing our spirits. But here's the truth bomb I'm about to drop on you. Those painful experiences, those betrayals, that constant barrage of negativity, they're not proof that kindness doesn't work. They're evidence of a world starved for genuine kindness. What you've experienced is the natural, inevitable result of a society driven by envy, pride, and ego. It's the poisonous fruit of a culture that views life as a zero-sum game, where someone else's gain must be our loss. Those experiences aren't a reason to abandon kindness. They're the very reason we need to embrace it more fiercely than ever. We're talking about a revolutionary force, a radical act of courage in a world gone mad with self-interest. This kindness isn't about denying your pain or ignoring the harsh realities of life. It's about choosing a different way of being, even in the face of those realities. It's about breaking the cycle of negativity, about being the change we wish to see in the world. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's scary, and it goes everything our wounded hearts and protective egos are screaming at us to do. But that's exactly why it's so powerful. In choosing kindness, especially when it's difficult, we're not just changing our own lives. We're creating a ripple effect that has the power to transform our relationships, our communities, and ultimately, our world. So if you're carrying a lifetime of hurt, if you're weary from battles fought and kindness is betrayed, I see you, and I'm inviting you to consider. What if those experiences aren't the end of your story, but the beginning of a new one? What if they're not a reason to close your heart, but a call to open it even wider? Kindness also means being kind to ourselves. It means recognizing our own inherent worth, separate from our achievements or possessions. It means treating ourselves with the same compassion we extend to others. As we practice kindness, something remarkable happens. The walls of our ego begin to crumble. The I that demands and compares and envies begins to dissolve. We start to experience a profound sense of connection, a recognition that we're all in this together. So how do we move from envy to kindness? How do we make this shift in our daily lives? Here are some practical exercises to help us cultivate kindness and combat envy. 1. The celebration challenge. Each day, genuinely celebrate someone else's success or good fortune. It could be as simple as a heartfelt congratulations or as elaborate as throwing a party for a friend's achievement. 2. The compliment practice. Give 3 sincere compliments each day. Focus on qualities or actions rather than appearances. 3. The gratitude shift. When you notice yourself feeling envious, pause and list 3 things you're grateful for in your own life. 4. The abundance visualization. Spend 5 minutes each day visualizing a world of unlimited abundance where everyone's success contributes to the well-being of all. 5. The kindness mirror. Practice self-kindness by speaking to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Notice and challenge your self-critical thoughts. 6. The envy inquiry. When you feel envious, ask yourself, what does this reveal about my own desires and values? Use envy as a tool for self-understanding rather than self-torment. 7. The connection meditation. Spend 10 minutes daily meditating on your connection to all living beings. Visualize kindness as a light spreading from your heart to everyone around you. 8. The supportive action. Each week, take 1 concrete action to support someone else's goals or dreams. 9. The letting go ritual. Write down something you've been envious about, then perform a ritual of release. Burn the paper, bury it, or throw it into a flowing stream. 10. The kindness log. Keep a daily record of your acts of kindness both to others and to yourself. Review it regularly to reinforce your commitment to kindness. Remember, this shift from envy to kindness is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when envy rears its ugly head, when kindness feels impossible. That's okay. The key is to keep practicing, to keep choosing kindness over and over again. So I challenge you, in the coming days, notice when envy arises. Don't judge it, don't suppress it, but don't indulge it either. Instead, use it as a cue to practice kindness. Let envy be the alarm that wakes you up to the opportunity for connection, for celebration, for love. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of envy and kindness. Until next time, may you find peace in letting go of comparison and joy in celebrating others. Remember, in the grand tapestry of life, we're all connected threads. Your kindness doesn't just uplift others, it uplifts us all.